look so amazing in that sundress. Wonder what you look like when you're undressed. I can see the future in your eyes.
Am I high? Why does my shit not work? Oh no. Oh fuck it.
You know I would never tell you lies. I just wanna see you smile, so stick around a while, baby. I see your man blowing up your phone, telling you that you need to come home. F that clown, he ain't about a thing. Look, I don't see no engagement ring. You said that he did you dirty, so what's the harm in flirting, baby? Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit, he can suck on my dick. I ain't with all that shit, why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit, he can suck on my dick. I ain't with all that shit, why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? All your friends tell you you need to let go. Seem like he still got your ass in check though. You ain't never cheated on your mans, so why the fuck do he still got your hand? Girl, you could do so much better. He ain't even got no cheddar, baby. He just trying to cuff you like the 5-0. I just wanna see you live your life though. I just wanna see you sing and dance. Don't wanna see you held down by your mans. Tons of men could do you right. Leave that little bitch tonight, baby. Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit, he can suck on my dick. I ain't with all that shit, why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit, he can suck on my dick. I ain't with all that shit, why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? If I was your man, I would answer every time that you call. I would listen close to every single word when you talk. Every night we won't fight, we just do what you want. Long as I can hold you tight every night in my arms. I just wanna hold you tight, I just wanna keep you warm. Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit, he can suck on my dick. I ain't with all that shit, why he do you like this? Why you home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? Boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit, he can suck on my dick. I ain't with all that shit, why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? When you're home all alone, why he out fucking around with them hoes?
Whoa, too many times. I didn't put you on playback. I did not put you on playback. Hi, everybody. So sorry. Last night we streamed, but stream crashed, and I didn't want to fire it back. I've overexerted my PC a few times. It deserved a little bit of a break. I put it through a lot of strife. And I had to give it just a wee little break. So. But Leon Spencer is the one handling the money, and we got another victim. Like, absolutely bring your worst. Because I've been called transphobic for less. I would love to be called transphobic for observing this guy from a distance and coming to the conclusion, yeah, he's a fucking moron. First time catching the stream, well, welcome. You might like you might fashion yourself as somebody who likes me. you can hit that like button one good time. And maybe if you enjoy the levels of stupidity that I give you in this stream, maybe you can subscribe. You know what I'm saying? 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 Sound like a good deal? I think it sounds like a good deal. Also, I have like one or two other things that we could either do before we continue where we left off, or we could just like do that after. And you know, that's up to y'all. Because both, or I could just say fuck it and just record those when I'm done streaming, because I really am only here to essentially watch what I was told was supposed to come out yesterday, because like, you know, I already am subscribed. Whoa! I also got a new keyboard. If that makes sense. But we watched this yesterday. I now want to watch Don't Scan This QR Code, just because I don't know what's in these QR codes. I just don't know what's in the QR code. So I can't say go press them and then you end up with nothing but bunny porn on your fucking phone. So, you know, that's up to y'all. But I do want to watch this video from the Diorio, Nicholas. But y'all know what happens when I gotta sit here and react to videos. I must play a game, and I'll do such a thing. And I will do such a thing now. Shogun, what are you raising an eyebrow at? What do you want? What do you want? I just don't. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna scan the QR codes. Fuck it. I'll get myself in trouble. I'll be the crash test dummy. Fuck it. Oh. It just led to an unlisted video from 3 days ago. Oh. Well, that's just one. I'm not going to be venturing to all the others. All right. Let's start this shit.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Diorio.
Hi.
Before we get started today, I'm going to be clear and concise about what this video will prove. Today, you're going to see undeniable evidence that MamaMax is a complete and total fraud. He is a content creator who claims his platform exists to empower...
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I kind of already think he's a fraud, and I'm like coming to shit like this, I'm the outsider looking in, and like from the outside, I could clearly tell that this motherfucker is on fraud watch. And that's the whole reason I wanted to fucking do the stream, because once I found out this GoFundMe was gone, I'm like, all right, we on fraud watch. So...
abuse survivors, and the reality is, MamaMax is a liar. His actions in the past and present paint a far more sinister picture. Right off the bat, this video does contain clips of the leaked recording between myself, MamaMax, and Mutahar of some ordinary...
Speaking of Red Pagan, they just made a community post. I would want to see this, because if that fucker's going around calling anybody transphobic, man, can we stop? I just want to see. You titillated me. I'm sorry I shouldn't do it. I'm sorry I shouldn't be distracted. What was it? Red Pagan corner. Okay. I must. Like, I'm sorry. I know you're not supposed to do shit like this. I know. I'm sorry. But I just have to, because it looks so great. This is the motherfucker going around calling people transphobic, apparently. For my mental health, I am asking you two to either not recommend me Cooey Man, Chud Logic, Lyrics, SP, and other channels that is being critical to MamaMax, and I likely will also be blocking them and other channels and reporting them all for bullying and harassment. I don't want to hear it. The accusations against him are false and completely baseless, and we will continue to push for justice for CSA, and human trafficking victims. I understand these are topics that are hard for the general public and the weak minds of big YouTube content creators to handle, and that is what they try to discredit and silence the voices of those smaller content channels. These creators are trolls that often platform right-wing incels, transphobes, white supremacists, misogynists, and other fascist scum. They are bots. People easily manipulated or influenced. Some people are being paid or influenced by CJD and other pedophiles. Some are likely bots or brainwashed souls of a cult itself. I am currently trying to help one of the victims get her justice, and she recently reached out to me. She left the cult 2 years ago. I will not go into detail at this time out of respect for our privacy and the sensitivity of this investigation. I will continue to fight for justice for the victims, giving a voice and a platform for the voiceless. In the meantime, I will continue to platform my regular content on current events and politics. Red salute, Red Pagan Nicole. I would just like to say to this very courageous individual that I agree. You are probably a white supremacist. Because I am a person of color, and I am someone who is uneducated on MamaMax, and I've been learning for like the past 4 days. And I said to myself, this guy does not seem genuine. It seems like his tactics are not really substantial. And so if that makes me a white supremacist in your eyes, well, shit, you must be new to me, because I tell you, there's a lot more that dictates me as a white supremacist to some people, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying, don't you? Aren't you all aware of the things that I'm saying out loud? You know, it makes the most linear sense. You know what I'm saying? He has the best apology of 2024. No, I know that's a meme, these fucking YouTube apologies and how dog shit they are. But like, you gotta think how terrible that shit was. Like, his whole gimmick is he's trying to help the victims, which, you know, admirable thing, but he's doing all this extra shit that does not help the victims. It hinders them. And then when criticized, he makes it seem like he's the ultimate victim. Which, I'm sorry, that looks so Bush League. It ain't even Bush League. That's amateur shit. And I personally just don't like it. I don't like it. I know I usually have the bad takes, but you know what? I have a good take today. I believe MamaMax is milking this because he has not given any good reason why to not show evidence that somebody who is prominent online is a danger to women and potentially children. And apparently, based on what he's put out, none of this shit helps the victims. It hinders them. And I'm willing to garner. I know I have a what'd you call this? A horrid fan base of individuals who are nothing but white supremacists, as I was told throughout my YouTube journey. But I feel like, I truly feel like it ain't that deep. Chris, you saw, you're the one that sent me this fucking link to this GoFundMe going away. Like, if you're trying to help victims, why is it going away? Now, whatever reason it went away, whether if it was taken down or he took it down, fuck. I didn't know, like, wanting substantial evidence is white supremacy. Okay, hold up, this doesn't make sense. A lot of things don't make sense. And I still, like, if I could ever ask MamaMax any question, it would be this. It would truly only be this. You got a response from her on Twitter? Huh? Me? Me? I got, like, me personally? Or, like, somebody else? Or, like, was it directed at me? Hold on. Oh, I did. Oh, I did. Oh, I'm recognized. I feel so great. Now look, I'm a bit of a memer, and sometimes I let it get the best of me. Now, all I want from everybody who participates in the camp of the MamaMax side, show me evidence. Like, y'all talk about helping the victims. Y'all can't help a fucking victim running around making YouTube videos all day. But let me read this. Fuck you gonna do? Come into my chat and watch my comrades pick you apart like the reactionary chud you are? God, I was like, boy, this is not helping the rape. This is not helping rape. Why can't I spell? The fuck is wrong with me? Oh, it's because of this new fucking keyboard. All the buttons are in different spots. His what? Why are you saying his what? Like saying comrades is weird. Saying comrade is not weird. What is weird is making a fucking video where you, the YouTuber, make yourself out to be more of a victim than the people you're helping that were apparently raped. Like, call me crazy. Call me a wee bit nonsensical. That was a bad move. Like, anybody with a brain, Leon hitting the big leagues now? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful fucking scenario. It's a beautiful fucking scenario. I love it. I love it. It tastes good. It tastes good. Wait. I don't usually go for the bios. I don't go for the bios. Educate the masses, purge reactionaries, slay transphobes, 32. I don't care about the pronouns. Like, I know motherfuckers like make a big deal out of pronouns in bio and they use that as like a little meme, but I don't care. I don't know what I got in my bio. Something dumb. I don't know. I got something dumb in my bio. Mayest, third worldist, ace pan, autistic, I can tell. Goth, pagan witch. Hey, look, I got a goth comrade. They call her, what the fuck is that nigga name? A gaming witch. See? Look at that. Look at us bonding. We're bonding. We have comrades, and guess what? You're goth. She's goth. Basically a Stanlist. A Stalinist? What the fuck is a Stalinist? These words, they so really mean nothing. They just mean absolutely fucking nothing. And might I say, Hannah! Oh, you son of a bitch! Hannah! Hannah been sold the bag. Hannah, you fired. You are actually fucking fired. He's a white supremacist. Now, Hannah's playing into a meme, you children. Figures. That's what a lot of these big YouTube chuds are. I'm starting to notice a pattern here with those criticizing me and Max. They are right-wing blowhards protecting pedophiles. Makes sense why they're making up false narratives against Max and platforming pads like Magnitar. I haven't done any of that. I am literally the outsider looking in. I would be your greatest... First of all, I'm not a chud. That sounds gay. I would be your greatest ally. Because unlike people like Chris the Narc, I actually want to hear from both sides. If I could somehow finagle my way into a conversation with Max Mama, I would sit there and hear him out. I'm not going to be like, oh no, he's fucking lying. I will say though, looking at the opposition side, it is not hard to look at him and say, yeah, some of this is pretty yikesy, my boy. My boy. I like how she just believed that. Chris, I'm coming, bro. Oh my God. I got a troll. What are the chances she responds with telling me that, well, black people are indoctrinated? What is a chud? I've always ascribed it to be like a fat guy. They called you a fascist. Quote tweeted you. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Oh my God. Oh, it was deleted? No, I didn't get blocked. Let's fucking go! The troll wins! I am terminally online. I now love it. You know what? I gotta apologize to Chris. I gotta apologize to Xylee. Oh man, I love this shit. This shit is fun. Oh, this is funny. Oh, this is funny. Oh, this is great. What do you want?
Oh, I just wanted to laugh at the fucking communist piece of shit that you're fucking with.
What? Chris, did you know I'm a white supremacist? First, I got Biden telling me I'm too dumb to go to Walgreens, and now I'm a white supremacist.
Wait a minute. But you are a white supremacist. What are you talking about?
This is crazy. Apparently, I'm
have
the
you
one
seen yourself?
Yeah.
Have you seen yourself?
Oh yeah, buddy. I've seen me.
You ever look in the mirror?
Golly.
You're a total white supremacist, dude.
Totally, boy.
All the way. Listen, Red Panda, Red Dragon, whatever the fuck your dumbass communist name is, you fucking dirty communist.
Whoa. Watch your mouth on my channel, boy.
Nah, shut up.
Watch your mouth on my channel. Hey. You watch your mouth here. You watch your mouth here. Watch your mouth.
Dirty
This is my channel. Hey, I respect your rules. You respect my rules.
Now deserve to be dragged by the truck.
Whoa. Hey, whoa. None of that. None of your toxic.
I'm so
none
sorry.
of your toxic red pill right wing communist drivel.
Yeah, none of
that.
Stuff.
Nope. This is a holy chat. We are diverse.
This is a holy chat. I'm sorry. I just want to be on Red Panda's list, whatever the fuck their name is.
We are diverse around here, buddy boy. The Force is female, and Star Wars is awesome.
I can't believe that they said you're protecting predators when you have been the one person.
I am the only person.
Going, what is this shit? Why the fuck do you care?
I am the one guy who, if you really boil this shit down, you would want to try to convince.
Yeah.
Because
one person, there's a dog pile going. I see where you're going with that.
Because I'm outsider, like dead ass. Like, all jokes to the side, I am an outsider. I don't know about this guy. I just learned about him this past week because of you.
Hello.
And Chris the Dark, everybody. Well-renowned white supremacist, has a fetish for being a cop. Often puts his knee on my neck during his live streams.
It's not really your neck. It's just a very...
I'm not even I get invited to the Discord, and all the Discord members call me slurs. It is very toxic. I got a video coming out. I don't
want to get fucking flagged by this person thinking that that's a real situation because they're gonna be gay about it.
Well, I could tell. Wait, what the fuck? You've been have you been blocked by this motherfucker?
Oh hell yeah, I got blocked by them because you asked them to join on stream and I tagged them under your tweet and then they fucking blocked me like the second after.
Oh my god, this is amazing. All I did was tell them come talk to me. I would be if you show me proof that all of this happened and you have the evidence instead of hiding behind a Patreon paywall and these fake ass NDAs, maybe I could go to Chris and be like, yo, y'all might be wrong. Y'all might want to calm it down. Y'all might want back it up.
The problem is you know that Nick's video just dropped, right?
Yes, and I was 3 seconds into it.
You're 3 seconds into it. You got distracted by this fucking...
Yeah, somebody told me they wrote a community post, and then somebody said they added me on Twitter.
The trans Nicholas Diorio.
Like somebody said they wrote a community post, and then someone said they responded to me, and I was like, no, they didn't.
Bruh, this person is fucking absolutely insane. The fact that they said you're protecting pedophiles is fucking insane.
If there's one thing Daddy don't do, is that.
Dude, the fuck you gonna do? Come to my chat and watch my comrades pick you apart like the reactionary chud.
What is it? What is a chud?
You don't even know what a chud is.
What's a chud?
Like 4chan, Kiwi farmer sort of people, you know, like people that they would consider to be like right-leaning. That's like their new Twitch politics term for people that don't believe in the left or like are not solely sold on the left. Does that make sense?
No. Sounds like internet babble.
Exactly. So it's like it's a term like Hassan's people use. They call people that they don't agree with chuds.
Oh, so losers.
Yes, exactly. Fucking idiots.
No, so you're all losers. To a cool guy like me, you're all fucking losers.
I just love. I put your little exchange with her in a thread. I've been adding it as I go.
Good.
Oh, you think I'm not gonna do that?
Good.
It's too funny not to. This bitch is crazy.
This motherfucker called me a fascist asswipe.
And they also said you protect pedophiles.
Like, this is fair. Leon, she's calling you a loser. That's magical when you really think about it. Hey, but I have a large platform. Shouldn't you want to speak to somebody like me? I thought that was the whole gimmick.
Yeah, right. Hold on.
I feel very threatened.
You feel threatened by a 300 sub communist?
My safety is at risk.
Your safety is at risk by some sort of freak on the internet that believes in communism wholeheartedly. Are you serious right now? Are you joking?
Maybe. I'm scared.
How are you scared? Talk to me.
She's so white. Like, so white.
Have you seen a comparison of a photo between the two of them?
I
People
did,
say
unfortunately, see that shit on your stream.
Well, yeah, the chat tried to gaslight me that it looks like Nick, and I'm like, nah, it doesn't look like Nick. What are you talking about?
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Oh, you want to see something else that's crazy?
Oh, Lord.
Well, here we go. I don't know if you're going to get striked for this.
Whoa, buddy boy. You want me to see something that's going to get me striked?
I said I don't know if it will, so don't show it on screen unless you want to.
What is this? Well, I don't think that would get me striked.
I don't think it would either. I think you're going to be okay.
But I'm often the one who plays the safe side, so you won't be seeing what I was sent. You're not going to get that. You're not going to see that. Show it? No. I don't succumb to peer pressure. Whatever I don't want to show.
But that's like a good meme, though.
I mean, now.
It's a solid meme. It's a solid meme.
I mean, now.
Come on, like it's obviously it's a good one.
I mean, now. I'm sorry, Chris. I don't protect pedophiles like you. I'm not gonna endorse this.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Chris. Apparently, you protect pedophiles. I can't associate with you anymore. I don't want this. I don't want this history a part of my life. I'm sorry. I have to join the fight with MamaMax. I have to.
What? You fucking insane.
I have to clearly join the fight. I have to bring on the fight. Somebody came in here and said greetings chat and greetings host. Like, what are you?
What the wait, who?
Who told you to be this fucking formal?
Who said to be this nice? This is YouTube, baby. Nobody's nice here.
This is the cesspool known as Ruin Leon Live, baby.
Also true.
I treat you like shit and you smile and say, yes, daddy.
I just love in my thread. I just go, apparently a black man could be a white supremacist in 2024.
Hey, bro.
You know what? Uncle Ruckus was a white supremacist.
We're making new ground, baby. I'm changing the world for the better, baby.
Well, to be honest, Uncle Ruckus was a white supremacist in the Boondocks, so like,
you know, it's crazy.
Not that far off.
This is supposed to be like chill late night shit. I was supposed to do this late at night. I was like, you know what? Everything happening all at once. Let's go live in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I said fuck it and I'm pushing it till tomorrow because the weather keeps knocking at my power like every fucking couple of minutes.
Well.
What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna fucking Doc on the radio just sent me something. I want you to look at this.
Oh Lord, is it something that I could put on the screen for my plebeians?
You probably can.
My
yeah, you can.
My plebeians.
Yeah, you can.
My plebeians would love to see the world.
You can look at that.
I'm not putting that on the fucking screen, you asswipe.
Fucking Doc sent me that.
I'm not putting that shit on the screen, you fuck.
I'm gonna post that to Twitter.
Go ahead. I'm not putting that shit on the screen.
That's fucking funny though.
All I'm gonna say is fuck the Bills. Y'all get another opportunity to lose to daddy.
You just mad, bro. You just fucking mad.
Of course.
You're mad your team's ass.
All right.
You're mad your quarterback's ass.
Yeah.
You're mad your offensive coordinator's ass.
I'm mad the head coach's ass. All that. Can I go back to watching this now?
Can I say one last thing?
Oh Lord.
Fuck dumb fat communists. There we go.
Okay. Very, very true and loud statement from thine Chris thine Enoch. I don't know why I went German for a second, but can we get back to this? Yes, I'm glad we can.
Ordinary gamers. If Max has an issue with
It's been 30 minutes and this has already been so far the best stream of the fucking year.
how he is
And it's only the 17th day of the year.
portrayed in this video, I consent to the full call being released. I am not afraid. In the event where Max tries to bully me with threats of getting my channel banned, this video removed, or anything else through use of YouTube contacts, which he has done to content creators who have exposed him recently, I will not hesitate to drop our full, uncut recording for the entire internet to see. I will not be silenced, and you will get everything that's coming to you.
Max is supposed to
Yay!
be the one bringing the story across to everyone. And yes, if in the case that everything is actually...
Why is it
your
my job? Yeah, why are you putting it all on me? Like,
Because
Oh, no. What a great start. What's happened? Oh, a lot. We've trolled, we've laughed, we've slapped our knees. It's been great. It's only been 30 minutes.
it's your case!
One bringing it. Why are you
absolutely, I am the first one.
Okay, a few months ago, the YouTuber named MamaMax asked me to react to his content and promote the massive investigation he was about to release. Max Striker claimed to be exposing a depraved individual who used social media to lure society's most vulnerable into compromising situations. Cameron Gerard Davis has been accused of masquerading as mythical creatures such as werewolves
This call gets worse as it goes. Oh, great.
and
That's what we
vampires
wanted.
in the hopes to lure children, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, is what I would have said if Max's videos on the subject weren't terrible.
Today we're going to be talking about a YouTuber that's been going really wacky wild as of late.
This video is going to be on a more serious topic. I'm sure most of you know who it created.
Can I just say, like, I feel like the overall message that we could all take away as we trickle on down and in, and as we learn more about MamaMax is that you shouldn't get too close to the fire. You just shouldn't.
Creator by the name of MamaMax is and the controversy currently surrounding them.
It was probably me and Nick, and that was about it. You're gonna see as this goes further, this guy is a serious hero complex. Like he really believes that he's a hero.
Then you made the third video, which was calling out Moist Critical for not covering the story after you DM'd him like a spurg a bunch of times.
Yeah, so here, you want me to talk about it a little bit? That rubbed me the wrong way. I spent 12 days not doing anything online, in bed, and during that time apparently it changed his whole framing of the video in order to make it like a Trojan horse of cancel critical, because he didn't respond to my messages and ghosted me.
The ending was gold. Oh, I bet it was. And also, might I say, trying to guilt trip YouTubers into caring about what you care about, not the smartest move in the piggy bank.
Imagine Anthony Fantano just watching this like that.
You provided evidence that was some girl's testimony, and 4 girls, if not 5, came out with their testimony against you.
What I'm saying is the burden of proof is on them and they didn't provide any.
And it just seems like a dramatized, embellished story. And then this person's talking about it and just saying insane things.
Look at the hand movements. He thinks he's like actually the Punisher. So pathetic.
Max released 3 videos that provide essentially nothing in the form of evidence. The average person can't follow anything he's released so far, and more time was spent responding to critics than providing actionable proof that content creators could use to condemn Cameron Gerard Davis. In fact, after Max threatened me privately for not reacting to his unwatchable video on my main YouTube channel, I cataloged my 10 hours of research publicly in the form of 2 live streams, and my results were astounding. All right, we're 2 hours in this. We're 2 hours in right now. Realistically, we're another hour and a half on top of our 4.5 hours in. So we're at like the 6-hour mark of understanding what's going on here. And I will point out to you, now that we've hit the 6-hour mark, that I still don't know what Cameron Gerard Davis has done. And spoiler alert, when we hit the 8-hour mark or the 10-hour mark, I don't know how far we're gonna go. We're still not gonna know. After 10 grueling hours investigating this vampire werewolf cult, I realized I've learned essentially nothing about Cameron Gerard Davis, the accused.
On March 18th, 2016, Spencer, a girl from Wiley, Texas, mysteriously disappeared, lured by the illusion of joining a supernatural family as a vampire on some random corner of the internet.
Like, if you hear this shit, Are you supposed to take away that this is real or it's a fucking Scooby-Doo cartoon? Because I can't take this shit seriously.
She actually found herself ensnared in a dangerous cult led by a predator posing as a werewolf god.
If you don't know after so much time, is there anything to know? Yeah, somebody's lying. Like, if you spend all that time, like, trying to get information and you come away with nothing, that means somebody did a poor job somewhere.
Max Striker's evidence provides without a shadow of a doubt that this might just be a video of a black man roaring like a wolf with fake vampire teeth in his mouth. Along with this compelling evidence, we also know details about his family, including his mother's name for some reason.
This video is for... I would like to extend my most heartfelt apology that this is how you have to find all of this out. But the fact of the matter is, your son...
This is not real. Unfortunately, a lot of this is, to a stupid degree.
Camden Gerard Davis has been victimizing hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of murders.
You started to like direct your chat to tell them to go reach out to the mom and to the brother to find out information about Camden. Is that that's true, right?
I guess so.
You don't have any proof that they're even involved, right?
Correct. Thank you all for joining the stream and participating in this conversation. We'll see you probably never again.
And when people asked why his serious allegations were so over-dramatized and hard to understand, this was his answer.
What even is this?
So, the MamaMax universe was a cautionary tale that takes place in...
And again, this fucking fake voice modulator. Your real voice sounds like a fucking banker who everybody robs.
Dystopian future where child predators have seized global power, exploiting the digital landscape to entrench their rule. Rising from the ashes of a society that failed to protect its most vulnerable, the children emerged. A covert network of vigilantes inspired by the style of Hotline Miami. Once victims, they are now hunters of the monsters who hurt children. They form a structured rebellion, seeking to dismantle the predatory hierarchy.
Yeah, I'm sure that helped everyone out. Max claims to be advising and protecting the 8 known victims out of Cameron's hundreds of potential abuse survivors, and yet we know next to nothing about him or really them. You can hear some spoken word testimony on a separate YouTube channel that was created by Spencer. Who is Spencer, you ask? A survivor who is now living with MamaMax.
Conflict of interest.
Because it felt like the perfect storm. Like, it felt like, okay, clearly this is happening for a reason. I figured if I can just document the prime subject of my documentary, then...
Hey, Leon, you inspired me to get my PhD. You are not gonna make it in life if that was your inspiration. I will be brutally honest with you. You know what? Never mind. I am an influence to the world. MamaMax wish he could be like me. I'm inspiring motherfuckers to go to college and get their PhD. This fucker's going around. Never mind. He said PhD these nuts. You know what? I still will use this to my advantage. Because you know what? You got more out of me just now than anyone's gotten out of MamaMax. You got me to fall for a troll. And you know what? I think that makes the world go a little bit round. Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
Why not just have her live with me? And since she needed a home.
Don't worry, he's hoping Spencer will be financially independent soon.
That's not to say it's going to be permanent. I do want to get Spencer to become independent at some point. We're going to get all her medical stuff done. Basically everything. Like, you need to learn how to drive. We're going to do that.
Huh? A grown-ass adult can't drive? You know what? I ain't even no real point to me. Like, they got a bunch of people who choose not to want to know how to drive, and it's their choice.
But for some reason, the strapping young roommates decided to post a 4-hour podcast. Unfortunately for the both of them, the biggest takeaway from that podcast is that Max himself is being investigated by the FBI.
I literally got a card on my front fence from the FBI. They didn't even bother contacting you.
No.
That shows how much more they care about my case than yours.
And Spencer potentially admitted to a crime.
Did you ever recruit?
Yes. So, my particular recruitment style, go on whisper.
Leon inspired me to do this better. Okay. I'm going to say this and regret it later. I don't need this to turn into a Leon inspired me to do absurd thing here. All right? We good? We square? Great.
And post about, if you want to join a family dynamic, hit me up on Kick. There was one time he did have me lure a girl, like, physically.
That sounds fucking illegal. What? I lured a girl physically.
We got an Uber and went and picked this girl up from like 30 minutes away from us, and she was like 13 or 14, and he kept trying to convince me to convince her to have sex with him, and I was like, no. Thankfully her parents got her the next day.
What the fuck?
Me and Kayla are pretty sure
Listen, Max!
He went over there and he her after I was with my foster parents.
When your victim is going to...
You know, this should not... I'm not a lawyer. I don't want to be. Seems like a hassle. I feel like this would be the thing to get you, like, caught up drastically. Leon inspired me to respect. Oh, my. Stop! No! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Finally get to hang out with you? Well, that's concerning, considering you got a membership, so obviously you've been here before. You heathen. You heathen of the night. And, you know, I'm doing streams more consistent now. And I love it. I love the sensation of it. It's great. It's good. It makes me feel all types of ways about myself. Spencer is only 2 years younger than the groomer. There's no excuse to lure a 14-year-old. She's just as bad, in my opinion. Yeah, it seems like she just admitted to something she shouldn't have admitted to that hurts her case. Seems as if, but I don't know. Not a lawyer. Again, I'm still in the camp of, you know, I would like to hear MamaMax's side, but this motherfucker does apparently have like a 4-hour fucking stream, and considering how boring his voice is, I don't know if Big Leon can handle it. I don't know. Big Leon got a lot of things about him. Big Leon, a lot of things. One thing Big Leon struggle with is being thorough.
To talk about something where they're potentially implicating themselves in a crime. I mean, I don't know what age they were at the time, but regardless, like, you should absolutely be seeking legal advice before you even think about bringing this up.
Why this was uploaded at all, I will not understand. If anything, they're creating a defamation case for the man they hope to put in prison. MamaMax has chose to make a schizophrenic ARG adventure instead of a detailed allegation video with supporting evidence, so he can help protect and support women who put their trust in him.
Honestly, you do understand, if you go to court, they can pull these...
All right, I don't know if I said this at all, but...
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Would you? He did a live stream where like 5 different people came in, told him the same thing in all different moods. Xylee dog walked this motherfucker. Like, Xylee really hooked a dog collar to this motherfucker, put him to the ground, and made him crawl. And it was fucking outstanding to see.
Live streams for court, you do know that, right?
Also, if you hear the sound of like impact of like a keyboard, that's my new keyboard.
Going to court.
I know y'all like that
Just hunting
sensation.
them down like a deer? Is that what we're doing?
Have you not been listening this stream? So when we reached out to the lawyer, he told us it would not be beneficial to pursue a case against Camden Gerard Davis because he likely does not have substantial assets. So he recommended that we all go in person.
So, you can't, okay, so you...
Also, Hypnotoad, appreciate you becoming a member to the Ruined Fields. You now have access to beautiful looking emotes.
So you do plan to go to police, right?
Of course.
If you go to police and they say, okay, yay, we're going to go get him or whatever, I don't know, live in a dreamland, whatever you want to feel. Are you going to court after that?
I'm unsure about the entire process. I think that's the job of the district attorney, but the survivors would likely appear as witnesses.
What bothers me is your answer right there. You've been doing this for 5 years and you don't know how the process goes? How many people have you actually caught?
Saying you've never been to court is somebody who's like a pedo hunter trying to get justice for people. I might be boo-boo, but I'm not a fool. That seems pretty bad. That seems like you're wasting a lot of time. Like, to me, and if any of the MamaMax defenders out there are still around who can do a better job of explaining the point than this person, I would love to hear any counter, any form of information as to like a defense for not going to court to put motherfuckers in jail who have harmed women and children. I'd love to hear it. I'm not against hearing it. I know society scoffs at looking at both sides, but around here, we love a both side struggle. It's often kinky.
I've never been to court.
MamaMax claims to have hunted predators for years, but it is more than evident that he has no idea what he's doing, and now his past has begun to come under fire.
Well, I guess the question is the next getting at is okay, so you want to enact this change. What do you hope is the eventual result of your video?
Okay.
Of all of this.
So I know there's people out there saying I'm doing it to self-serve. I just want my video back up. I don't give a shit if my video comes back up. It did what it needed to do. The rapist that was in the video is currently in police custody.
Was that as a result of your video, or was
Yes.
that prior to the video?
Yes, it was because of the video.
Right.
I'm so sick of having predators that run away like Pablo Sonny and we don't get them.
Your Honor, my client had good intentions when he doxed people. Yeah, he was just trying to save people by fucking up his own story.
I am investing all of me into you and the survivor, Spencer, because
MamaMax claims he needs help from all of these YouTubers, from, checks notes, Joe Rogan to Anthony Fantano, yet he refuses to accept any form of criticism with a subject matter that matters, and participants who deserve better.
Look, I want to see this asshole, and if what you're saying is 100% true, I want to see this motherfucker behind bars. But there's a way to present this, there's a way to handle this before you get to that point, right? And that's what we need to be focusing on. That's where everything needs to be centered on. It is where I'm at, and that's all I really can say about the situation.
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Would you? Did somebody else become a member and I just didn't see it? Am I blind? What does the melon have to do with any of this? Who knows?
Appreciated this 2 months ago when we first reached out. I reached out to you and multiple other creators asking for help, and none of you were responsive. I understand y'all are busy and doing your own things, but this is the first time I've ever handled a case of this complexity and magnitude, and that is why I was asking for help. To those of you who are saying I was putting the blame on...
So look, I get, as a creator who often wants people to see his content and sometimes want help, I understand, wanting to get the word out and how your content will somehow change and structure something a wee bit different. But holy shit, if somebody don't watch it, it ain't the end of the fucking world. I got sniped.
Mood, I'm not, but I do acknowledge that I need help with this case. That was my point. And
the first thing we definitely need to discuss is Max's failures in his current ongoing investigation. And these are failures, by the way. The vast majority of help that Max...
I hate this fucking picture so much.
Max has been able to provide with his deep skill set and...
Just saw Nick's video. That shit was awesome. Well, as somebody who didn't, I would like to also say so far, 12 minutes in, perfectly edited.
And large platform is a botched social media campaign called #WeAreReal. The reason I cite this as a failure is simple. Nobody knows anything about the cult that Max claims to be exposing. In fact, I've referred to Camden Gerard Davis as Cameron throughout the previous 10 minutes of this video, and I guarantee that most people outside of content creators who've covered this story didn't even realize that. As we've touched on previously, MamaMax has moved in with one of the many girls that he's currently assisting, but records show show, that doesn't always seem to have been the plan.
I wanted to actually answer some questions about like why we're doing donations through my Patreon rather than a GoFundMe. That is because I'm contractually obligated to see this case through and make sure
You can do that with a GoFundMe.
Spencer is taken care of.
You can do that with a GoFundMe.
Spencer's moving over to me in a couple of days, actually, and we're gonna find her own place, and I will be paying for all of it.
Not sure what he meant.
You can do that with a GoFundMe. Nothing he just said in the past 10 seconds is anything you can't do with a GoFundMe.
By contractually obligated, but it sounds to me like Max was planning on getting Spencer a place of her own, but at least right now, they live together. I guess you just can't fake the step survivor atmosphere. But since money was mentioned, just to be clear, in exchange for this person's testimony, Spencer is receiving housing, income from Max's YouTube and Patreon, and also receiving the clout incentive from Max promoting her YouTube channel and placing integral parts of the investigation exclusively over there. This information does not, however, mean that Spencer is lying. What it does showcase is how unethical Max's investigations have been since day one. If Max sweetening the pot isn't enough for you to get outraged over, I certainly wasn't expecting to find out last week on the MamaMax live stream that before all of this, Spencer was Max's close family friend.
Spencer has known my family her whole life. Oh no. She was in the same kindergarten class as my sister.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh no. So now we have a personal attachment to this. This makes it worse. That doesn't mean anyone's lying. It just makes this look so still Bush League.
think y'all understand like the relationship here.
Like my aunt literally knows his mom.
Yeah, like we were friends before we were like actually on a case. Like,
oh no. So just to rip the band-aid off, this is not some stranger that Max is helping out of the kindness of his heart. This is a family friend who's getting a shiny new YouTube channel, some pocket cash to start, and a place to sleep. And for those reasons alone, we could and probably should stop here. Max is not fit to take this case on for Spencer. But it's not just about Spencer, even though it kind of seems that way. 23 days after Max launched the hashtag #WeAreReal campaign, another survivor named Kai, from what is alleged to be her OnlyFans Facebook page, was begging for $20. This $20 would of course be used for wipes, diapers, and eggs for her 2-year-old child. There are now legitimate concerns to raise about how the funds are being distributed to the survivors. And Max, I want to see a paper trail.
To support this effort, all donations received in October via our Patreon will be allocated for the...
Stop this like, I know I'm probably gonna hear it more and more throughout this video, but fuck. When this motherfucker does another video, can he just fucking not do this Batman voice anymore? It is fucking embarrassing.
Legal process.
It makes all this shit sensationalized, which should be the thing you shouldn't be doing.
All additional funding will be used to film this story.
So just to be clear, guys, the money is going to make more of these amazing videos and not to little kids who need diapers.
where's the donations going towards? Not that I doubt it won't be going to a good cause for survivors. It's going to the legal case. Spencer's handling all the money.
Oh no.
I am sending it to her. She is the financial manager of the legal case.
Oh no.
Why is one of the victims in charge of all of the money? Why are you not in charge of all of the money? Ethical complaints and money trails aside, I've already told you Max's videos on Camden are hard to follow. I've showed you an example of how Max responds to criticism as well. Now let's take a closer look at the actual content made for this investigation. Max has released a total of 3 main channel videos on the...
Leon, is it Ko-fi that lets donators give a message? Okay, so the gist of the Ko-fi is that it'll read out your dumbass name. So if you was like, Leon has a small dick, it would read that and it would irk the fuck out of me. But it does not read the message. I think I would have to do a whole different setup for like a message to be read.
Subject matter of the hashtag #WeAreReal campaign. The first of which is titled Brainwash Your Favorite Influencer Trigger Warning.
Welcome to your programming.
Okay, hold on. I could go 40 years about this shit. So Chris showed me this shit and was like, oh, you're gonna love this. This is right up your alley. And I was like, sure, white boy, whatever. And he fucking makes me sit through this boring ass fucking video. Or just like, welcome to your programming. Today, we're going to be sticking fingers in your mouth and you're going to learn about all these YouTubers and how bad they really are. And we need your help to spread the word. And this motherfucker does like a compilation of YouTubers that should speak out about this boring ass case that is sensationalized for nothing more than YouTube clicks at this point. And it's like Joe Rogan, Anthony Fantano, a fucking music reviewer, Phil DeFranco, Bill Nye the Science Guy. It wasn't him. It's just like a cast of motherfuckers that don't correlate. It's like, why? Why aren't you pushing this shit out? Because yes, all these creators could talk about it, but guess what? Some people don't. To be honest with you, a lot of people don't want to talk about the same shit you talk about. Some shit just too depressing. Some shit just too sad. Mr. Beast was another one. Maybe it's not the type of content they want to talk about on a daily basis. 100 live is pretty good, man. Keep it up. Oh, I didn't even know. Hey, I got 100 people concurrent. Yay! I'm happy. I'm growing. See, streaming more on a consistent basis and promoting it seems to be working out. Yay! But fuck! This bozo, it makes all of this shit so fucking bush league.
Kindly send this video to your favorite influencer.
About a third of this 10-minute video is a criticism of cult psychology, and not even the actual issue. Only a few minutes of the video is dedicated to both Camden and Spencer, and 1 full minute of the video is Max begging for shoutouts from large YouTubers and social media icons. The second video is longer, 25 minutes, and it's predominantly a response.
Only 43 likes though? Well, you know.
By Max.
You know, if you want to like the stream, you know, you could help me out there.
To his critics.
Your profile picture already speaks volumes about where you're coming from.
In it, Max complains about the first video bombing, and he bitches about the creators who won't drop everything at a moment's notice and cover the all of zero evidence he's distributed thus far for the Camden cult.
We proactively reached out to many.
Also, I don't know if this gets brought up, but this fucker is apparently making people sign NDAs. But the way the people who signed it describe it, it does not sound like an NDA. It sounds like a non-compete. Because he'll have them sign it and then drop information and then they are able to talk about it. I'm sorry, but that sounds point blank like a fucking NDA. Not an NDA, but a fucking non-compete. Where you have a time limit before you could do something. Like, I know a lot of us don't know about how contracts work. But the way this is described seems like an NDA. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. How the fuck can I finagle a conversation with MamaMax? I wonder. Because I would love to hear him out, but I'm not signing no fucking non-competes. You're going to have to give me that information point blank, buddy. Because other than that, this shit looks terrible.
Many different reaction channels, hoping to pique their interest in engaging with a topic of such grave importance. Yet the very purpose of the video falls short when these creators stop responding and choose not to engage. Only a handful out of the tons we reached out to gave any type of feedback whatsoever.
Fun little side note, this is actually around the time that Max reached out to me and sent a psychotically worded threat for not covering the story up until this point. Your silence will not be unnoticed. Well, have that end up working out for you, motherfucker. At the 21-minute mark, Max throws Spencer on screen to defend him from criticism.
This video feels very exploitative itself.
Your feelings about the video, without explaining further, are noted. Here's a message from the survivor herself.
Oh no.
Hey everyone, I'm Spencer. I am here to talk.
What a fucking perfect gaslight, if I just say so myself. You have people criticizing your efforts. Just throw a fucking victim out there. Because, you know, that'll make everybody feel bad.
Today about some of the reactions towards the trailer. What I do not appreciate is people being offended on my behalf.
This is the first example of a pattern of behavior exhibited where Max hides behind Spencer to shield himself from criticism. Please note this now, because we will be coming back to it later. Finally, the video ends off with Max retreading a similar story of the allegations against Camden from the video I showed you earlier and in this video.
Hello friends, it's me.
Oh, who the heck are you clicking on my video? Well, let me be the first to
Is this motherfucker trying to be Jacksepticeye? Because it's terrible.
welcome you to my channel.
Now, number 3 is a weird one. I've gone back and forth on this, but I think I've settled on it being the worst of both worlds and a Frankenstein version of the previous 2 videos. It's another 20 minutes of weird, edgy cult psychology stuff that really makes Max sound like he read a book and a few Wikipedia pages and now thinks he's an expert. This one contains even less about the actual investigation and notably clickbaited Charlie hard. Like a predator hunter clickbaiting Moist Critical is fucking crazy.
Yeah, so here, you want me to talk about it a little bit? That rubbed me the wrong way. We talked like a month ago about like what he was working on in his investigation, and then apparently when I had COVID, he messaged me a couple times and I never saw it, and now he's taken that as me ghosting him and ignoring his very important mission. I had COVID, and I barely used Discord in the first place. It was a miracle I ever even saw his message to begin with. And during that time, apparently it changed his whole framing of the video in order to make it like a Trojan horse of cancel critical, because he didn't respond to my messages and ghosted me.
And for what? To just keep crying that nobody gives your case a free clout transaction? In response to the criticism he got, Max ended up changing the clickbait to Sniper Wolf instead, which I guess is better for some reason because, well, she's liked less. I guess it.
And it was around the time that she was showing up at people's houses, recording the address, you know? Because when you're trying to help victims of assault, the best thing to do is clickbait. Especially about random shit that has nothing to do with it.
It's a little better because he doesn't just imply she's a predator like he did with Charlie. It's still weird in my personal opinion though. Alongside those 3 videos, we also have the 4-hour podcast that I previously mentioned, and it contains entirely spoken word testimony and currently lives exclusively on Spencer's personal YouTube channel. This is the most information we've gotten about Camden's supposed actions thus far, and it contains nothing actionable that a content creator can use as a foundation for a video. Finally, there were the main channel live streams, and these are by far the worst of the bunch. Much of the same spoken word testimony exists here. Much of the same poor response to criticism exists here. It's also much of the same in terms of complaining about YouTubers not signal boosting him. But the variable here is that he brings in all of Camden's victims and makes them watch as he debates random people.
I just want to start off with this. As you can tell.
Okay, this is what I was talking about earlier when he got bitched out by like 5 different people. I don't know if it was more. And they all just said the same thing in just different moods.
I'm very autistic, and I just want to let you guys know that if I slip up and say the R word, I have the pass. So just so we're all clear on that.
All right. I'm sure this was the productive discussion these survivors envisioned when you told us they wanted to be on the live stream. I'm sure it's what they needed to prove their legitimacy. The constant deflection and usage of survivors as meat shields is also a much more predominant issue on these live streams.
There's a way to present this, there's a way to handle this before you get to that point, right? And that's what we need to be focusing on. That's like where everything needs to be centered on. It is where I'm at, and that's all I really can say about the situation. But Max, me and Nux told you about this weeks ago, almost a month at this point. Exactly what I just said right now.
Right, and I am working at the my platform is for the survivors. And if they want to stream, that is what we're going to do. We're going to stream.
The nature of live content is inherently volatile. Everyone knows this. At any moment, you could say something stupid, and now it exists online in some capacity forever. I imagine you're now wondering why anyone in Max's position would want to take civilian abuse survivors and subject them to such scrutiny. I mean, they're building a case to get Camden prosecuted, right? Well, actually, as of late November, an entire month after the #WeAreReal campaign started, it sounded like we were gearing up for a civil case. Or at the very least, no one was interested in getting police involved.
When's the last time that any of this has been brought to any authorities like the FBI or police?
Probably about 3 years ago.
3 years. So you guys, now that you guys have this, and how long have you guys been sort of talking to MamaMax, or how long have you guys all been talking?
For like 2.5 years.
Well, now that you guys are sort of getting a case together, don't you think it'd be a better idea to, before the video, to give it to the authorities again, now that you're like all together and you can sort of go as a collective to the...
Yes! Because it's better for the police to have this information more than me, a random YouTube commenter who's just watching the fucking video because he's bored and he's eating a sandwich while watching it. That's right. I know how you motherfuckers use your time.
The police.
I mean, we could have done that, but at the same time, with the track record that we've already seen, it just didn't really seem realistic without having more of us survivors to do this.
Yes, I feel the urgency of the matter requires all of us to start bringing the survivors together. I don't want to wait for the...
Boo. Well, guess what, Chris? I know you just fucking sit around on Discord all day. I figured you out, buddy. I figured you. I fingered and figured you.
Bureaucracy of law enforcement to take their time when it's already been 7 years with multiple reports. Like, that's ridiculous. And that's also why we're taking them to court as well, because this is absurd.
Yeah, you heard that right. At the time of this stream, they had been working on this case for years and didn't think it was worth looping in authorities in any capacity.
What a fucking shit show. You know, I'm not an investigator. I don't want to be an investigator. Job seems like a hassle. But if I did, and I use the internet as a means to get the word out, like, picture this scenario. Picture me, investigative journalist, and I have to break the news to the people. Maybe my credibility is terrible, but I would be going to the police first. Then I'll make the YouTube video. Then I'll be like, yo, we put this motherfucker in jail. I even got a fucking video recording of him behind bars, and Big Tyrone got his hand on his shoulder. What? Like, and you would call me cursed for that, but, you know, it's better than this. Like, it is drastically better than this shit.
The last time cops even saw the Spencer case was well before she looped in MamaMax. While by all accounts this clip is absolutely unhinged, it is worth noting that Max said the exact opposite in his most recent live stream. In fact, I've already played you this clip.
So when we reached out to the lawyer, he told us it would not be beneficial to pursue a case against Camden Gerard Davis because he likely does not have substantial assets. So he recommended that we all go in person to report him to the police station that is in his jurisdiction.
Well, now that you guys are sort of getting a case together, don't you think it'd be a better idea to, before the video, to give it to the authorities again, now that you're like all together and you can sort of go as a collective to the...
Big Dick Randy versus Big Tyrone, who wins? I don't know. Is that gonna get added to your already impressive resume? No.
Police.
So he recommended that we all go in person to report him to the police station that is in his jurisdiction.
This means that after all the videos, streams, and podcasts were filmed, uploaded, and reacted to, Max finally went to a lawyer who basically told him his entire plan for these women completely sucked, and now he's dramatically changing course in real time. Once again, Max is unfit to be spearheading a case of this size.
True.
I designed this trailer as a catalyst for meaningful discussion.
Fucking can't stand these fucking stupid ass people who do this gimmick of first of all, you're culturally appropriating my lifestyle. I have a deep voice and I do not motherfucking appreciate this.
But you motherfuckers coming around and using your voice filters to infiltrate my community of deep voice brethren, I shan't not stand for it anymore.
Laced with hidden layers and nuanced elements to encourage in-depth analysis. These secrets are breadcrumbs that guide viewers toward a deeper understanding of these.
Can somebody just show us what he did? Since this situation was so poorly handled, there are still things I'm leaving out just to make the video watchable. But like, why would he change his channel name to God Cult? I'm sorry, I didn't mention that.
After consulting with multiple experts.
Oh, that's where that stupid ass shit came from. I was wondering why the fuck people kept saying God Code.
Cult psychology, it became clear to me that many influencers employ cult-like techniques to build and retain their audiences. For this reason, I chose to brand the channel as God Cult.
Like for his big investigation, he made all of the video metadata unrelated to the subject matter, and he's begging us to take him seriously because all that accomplished was making sure his main subscriber base didn't see his big video. In reality, most people probably thought they were subscribed to a YouTuber who was hacked, and this misstep was not just a direct contributing factor, it is the reason his video bombed. Instead of realizing this and course correcting, the narcissistic man...
As a YouTuber with a, which you would describe, large platform, it is not wise to completely fuck your channel and the algorithm if you want people to pay attention to what it is you have to show. Dear aspiring content creator, if you want to quote unquote help the world, you cannot help the world by fucking your own YouTube channel and expecting the algorithm not to smack you in the fucking jawline. Just a little bit of advice, you know, little bit, not a lot, just a little bit.
Child in charge blames literally everyone else in this situation while acting like he's God's gift to abuse survivors in the same breath.
I had hoped that influencers, especially those who've interacted with my content before, would step up. Unfortunately, it seems that self-preservation outweighs child welfare for most influencers.
For someone who claims to be so righteous and humbly asking busy YouTubers for support, imagine my shock when Muda and I sat down with Max only to be berated by both him and Spencer for not doing more.
Yeah, why are you putting it all on me?
Because it's your case!
The one bringing it. Why are you
Absolutely, I am the first one.
Yeah.
You are the only one! You haven't convinced anyone to come on board yet!
You haven't convinced exactly.
That's
you haven't
because
made
you
any
haven't been listening to them.
That's because you haven't been giving anybody anything to work with!
This is terrible! This is terrible! This is terrible! This is actually fucking bad. Why are you, the guy who's demanding everybody care, getting mad when people want more from you, the guy who... Oh no.
This for months.
Yeah, and I've had a 2-hour-long call, and I'm not moving anywhere close to the situation.
Muta, why can't you take initiative to talk to other survivors?
Well, I'm talking to you right now more than anybody else.
And mind you, this is after Max broke Mudahar's trust by using Mudahar viewing evidence privately and signing an NDA so he can't discuss what he saw as like a clout transaction so the audience will believe the evidence exists.
We have evidence in a Discord server.
With other influencers as well.
Yes, you can ask Mudahar if he's seen some of the evidence.
This is like beyond messed up. Here's a prime example of Max using Spencer as a human shield.
Well, I'm asking why you did not directly contact me, but contact us only in public streams.
Let's see, I contacted you November 27th. Max, I've seen your latest video. I've caught up with this whole situation.
Jesus Christ, Mudahar. God damn, that's another... What is with you motherfuckers in these hour-long videos?
I have texted you.
What it felt like seeing him on streams.
You went on with Tommy and Lyrics and are sitting there talking to them when you literally haven't spoken to the other survivors.
Hold on, can you put Max on for a second?
I'm right here.
That was snaky as fuck, dude. Oh, I'm coming after you, Mudahar. Stand back, Spencer. Can you tell him what you felt? You are literally just a little snake hiding behind her, dude. That's disgusting.
Can you listen to me? Can you listen to me?
Max is upset that Muda is going against him and flinging Spencer at him like a rag doll. Since you already know about the leaked recordings, you should also probably know about the nature of Max's evidence and how Max has come to his conclusions that he's expressed about Camden Gerard Davis.
Well, I addressed him as a cult leader and sexual predator because that's how he has been described by the survivors, and even testimonials themselves serve as evidence in a court of law. So to me, that is all of the evidence I need to say this man is a sexual predator and cult leader.
So you're saying the allegation in and of itself is the evidence?
I'm sorry?
Not a fan of long form... Shut up! I am absolutely a fan of this shit.
You're saying the allegation in and of itself is the evidence?
It was everything. It was the evidence that was already there. It was the amount of them. It was the consistency of their testimonials, and it was.
Like you see the fallacy in that. Like imagine if I said, Max, you're a rapist, and Nick was to say, oh well, that's a statement of fact because Muda made this statement, and that.
You don't have to say Muda made the statement. Say 5 girls said it.
Yep.
Because that's what happened. Well, 5 girls said it.
Well,
yes, after they were in a group chat together for 3 months, after changing their allegations.
Wait, I'm sorry. What group chat are you in? The evidence server with all of the girls?
There is evidence in there. It's not just them plotting to take down
But there
Camden.
was evidence in the other one too, right?
Oh no. Oh wow. What am Yeah, you're the 9th person to bring that up.
Did go on her Facebook and post the self-harm stuff. You did like all those social media messages and stuff like that. That was you, right? Be it not the most important part of the story, clearly, but like it's not like they just lied about you.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
You were like at the social media part where you put like the self-harm video on Haley's thing. That was real, correct?
Oh yes, that was real.
Oh man, allegations are evidence. Our professional P-word hunter has gone to the same law school as Flamenco. Yes, your ears do not deceive you. A man who himself has been accused of abuse by 5 of his former friends and exes. Max believes that spoken word testimony is more than enough to make the claims he's made here. This justification has been used to dox Camden's mother and swing his audience of rabid abuse survivors in her direction. According to Spencer, Camden's mother had absolutely no knowledge of Spencer living in her home for the entirety of the 4 months she was there. According to Spencer, Camden does not even live with his mother currently. There is no acceptable excuse why Camden's family was doxed and maliciously targeted by MamaMax. While discussing this case, there have also been real concerns at who Max refers to each time he talks about lawyers.
Okay, so look at what I just sent you.
Yeah, you sent me a ChatGPT prompt, not a fucking legal definition.
I mean, we can
Wait, we can argue what?
Argue legal semantics all we want. We're not lawyers.
You can't. That was a ChatGPT screenshot. That's nothing legal. That's literally coming up with. Oh no. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I want this motherfucker in jail now.
Semantics. We have to look at exact definition.
Am I crazy? This motherfucker is using ChatGPT as a legal representative. No. What happened? Why is my shit not? Oh.
Max, you're going in with evidence that can't be 100% corroborated. You're going in with allegations as an evidence.
Why? Are we talking to your lawyer, ChatGPT, right now? Like, what the fuck is going on?
You know, if I make a video on this, this is what I have to work with. How do you honestly think I can take your side? Logically, if tomorrow I was like, oh, where's Max getting his legal definitions? Oh, ChatGPT. Well,
ChatGPT understands the legal system.
While I fully believe.
No. Nah, this gotta be a gimmick. Nah, I don't believe any of this shit is real now. Nah, I dead ass. I dead ass can't take Buddy seriously in any capacity. I can't. Nah, Chris. I don't know if you're still here, but what in the fuck was that?
That MamaMax is speaking to legitimate lawyers in some capacity. Sending us something like this to explain his position is absolutely absurd, and I find it funny that he wants us to take him seriously. Quite possibly the biggest bombshell in regard to the Camden case, and no, shockingly it wasn't the allegations or evidence thing, is that MamaMax hasn't even seen all of his own evidence yet.
You are putting words in my mouth.
I'm not putting words in your mouth. That's what you said. You said you only verified Spencer's evidence. You didn't even properly analyze or timeline the evidence of the other victims. That's not putting words into your mouth. That's literally.
Okay, can you allow me to clarify them?
Sure, clarify this, please.
I am in the server where they are posting evidence. Not all of them have walked me through what the evidence is as to what the context is.
Okay, so you can't verify the evidence then?
What does that mean? I can't verify it.
You can't verify.
It means you can't prove if it's true or not. That's what that means, my good man.
What they're posting is legitimate.
It means that there's a much larger issue here. Not only do we have no idea what's going on, it seems like you don't know what's going on.
I do know what's going on. I don't know the complete story.
You're the complete story. That's your job, just to get the complete story out there. You understand how crazy this sounds?
That is what we are working on.
Why did they come to you? I don't understand.
Didn't he say this took 2 years? This took 2 years, and you still are at square one.
Clearly have never done anything like this before.
And that is why I've been asking for help, Nick.
Why the hell did you make a statement of fact calling somebody a pedophile when you couldn't even properly walk?
Are we going to keep arguing this?
Yes!
Yes! You have to keep arguing it because you clearly don't understand the ramifications of what you're doing to this case.
Because you're setting it up for the guy who potentially, did and abused tons of women to take the money you've given these victims in court in a civil case.
I'm going to tell you right now, I actually believe the victims. I think that there is some malfeasance involved, but how you've handled this case and how you've been doing this call so far, you know who has a grounds to sue you? You know who has some credibility to win now? It's Camden.
Not only is this guy not going to go in jail, you're going to end up paying him, bro. Give him money.
Do you want to read what you read to me earlier?
Yeah, this case is a shit show. It feels like every single answer creates 10 more questions, but what I refer to as an unacceptable negligent failure on the part of MamaMax, some others might try to dismiss as mistakes or being in over his head. So we're gonna have to go deeper, which is fine for me because these things are usually 4 to 6 feet deep anyways.
Corpse. I know you have nothing to do with this, but with all of your power, influence, and the favor you owe me, I just couldn't help myself. Remember when you reached out after years of not speaking to me while I was at the hospital tending to my sick girlfriend, and you kept trying to rush me home to do you a huge favor? So how about you do me the fucking favor this time and talk about something besides yourself for once? It will give you a good look.
I will be honest with you all. If any YouTuber ever did this shit to me, I'm dedicating 3 hours of my life just to hurl insults. It'll get me banned off the fucking platform for bullying, but if I ever get guilt tripped into doing a fucking video about some shit I don't know about, and based on this, it's not really substantial, I will dedicate 3 hours of my life to get banned off this platform for bullying. Like, I would dedicate my life's work to that.
Have no idea why people are surprised. This guy literally does this every single year. He does weird shit like this every single year. This was another video about predators. Max clout begging is not something new for this case. In reality, Max has been doing this for years in his stupid fake voice. In fact, a lot of the creators he had on board jumped ship after the hashtag #PickAside YouTube fiasco just last year.
Susan Wojcicki, stop fucking lying to us every time you have to give a statement. Either do something good for this site once in your fruitless life, or step the fuck down.
Dude, I think that's why she quit. You got him.
You gonna talk about the YouTube controversy? Is it the whole pick side thing? I said this about the last thing he did. I think that's the absolute worst way of going about anything ever.
Look, Max being a cringy clout demon is already common knowledge for most, and not really worth investigating further for this video. I just wanted to point this out for newcomers. The real tea on Max's history is related to his previous investigations. Since Max is representing at least 8 survivors currently, how many predators has Max put away in the past?
Is there any proof or evidence that MamaMax has not just got anyone charged or prosecuted? Is there any proof that he's even got anyone arrested that we can see?
Well, 2 years ago we spoke, and he claimed a man by the name of Pablo Sonny was arrested.
I don't give a shit if my video comes back up. It did what it needed to do. The rapist that was in the video is currently in police custody.
Was that as a result of your video, or was that prior to the video?
Yes, it was because of the video. I don't know if the police asked him to come back, or he went on his own volition, or they forced him to come back. I don't know any of those details. I just know he went back to Canada and was in police custody for a certain amount of time.
That's all well and good, but Max has been doing this for 5 years, and one single arrest is not really substantial. We also don't really—
While once— okay, so look, maybe I'm the odd man out here. And devil's advocate, I know Chris is gonna roll his fucking eyes if he's still here, but devil's advocate, if you are somebody who does work for 5 years and you have even one in the win column for yourself, people will look at that and say credible. Like, hear me out. Like, hear me out. Don't roll your eyes at me just yet. When people look for information, they look for people who have like any form of a success. And if you— oh, he made it up? Well, fuck, never mind.
Know what happened to that guy. Hardly a success story, wouldn't you say? The main takeaway that I want people to understand
like
is that—
completely just say fuck the devil's advocate part, right? All right? Just say fuck it.
We don't know how many predators Max has even caught. Look, people can test this, but unfortunately, we just don't know. We don't have proof of how many predators Max has caught. Do you think that MamaMax has any arrests? Like, do you think he's ever actually gotten a predator arrested?
I have no idea. Obviously, you're gonna say no, right?
You were in one of his videos, right? Like, he had you in a video.
Yeah.
Had you ever, like, watched his content before you agreed to that?
A little bit, but it was pretty hard for me to get through, honestly.
In one of Max's Predator expose videos, the Discord Max infiltrates, quote unquote, isn't real. He created it with footage to retell his story.
Which basically forced my hand
Oh,
to join these
no.
where they could easily get to me.
So basically, he says he's in this roly-poly's Nanakarobi Yoki, but this is his server that he set up. He's the admin or mod for this server because you can see he's got the cog icon. Go to your Discord. If you go to Discord, you see you won't have that if you're not an admin or moderator. But that means that that's your server. You're the admin. You set that up. And the thing is, what people would argue is like, oh well, but you know, he's doing that because he's doing it for the sake of the video. And it's like, okay, well, where's the evidence that he did this thing that he's claiming that he did, joining this server and putting, you know, he's out here claiming that he's putting himself in danger.
So now it's just up in the air at how much of Max's Predator allegations are actually real. Sure, this detail is largely inconsequential to the story and may appear to just be me reaching. I like to call it laying the groundwork, but nevertheless, we don't know how much of Max's content he's willing to fake. We just don't know. But the last one is the real damning thing here. A long Reddit post went up that piqued my interest recently. Calm down, H-Bomber guy. I'm gonna credit the dude. Maximum Platypus 69 raised a lot of interesting questions about multiple MamaMax previous videos. Remember, if you think we're reaching, this guy hunts predators. There should not be this many questions about things he might have faked in the video. But the one that stood out to me was Max's video on IMVU.
I find the agonizing screams of hundreds of my children pleading for justice after their abuse on IMVU.
I must state once again, I hate this fucking fake-ass fucking voice.
I hear you, and you will go through this alone no more. We will help you.
If you don't know, IMVU is a 3D avatar social networking application. In this video, Max claimed a user named Casey was exploited by Pablo Sonny. Yes, if you've been paying attention, Pablo Sonny is also coincidentally the only predator that Max was able to get arrested. He claimed it was because of this video. The Reddit poster takes issue with a story of a victim named Casey, whose only friend on IMVU was Pablo. Max claims to have reverse image searched Casey's Naruto profile pic to a YouTube channel. On this YouTube channel, Max claims he miraculously got access to Casey's unlisted videos she posted. I don't think I have to tell you this, but that's really convenient. And I'm going to tell you anyway. We are currently approaching Dream's Minecraft world record Ender Pearl luck on this Predator investigation, but don't worry, there's more. On her account, there was a video titled, "This is where you raped and killed me," that showcased a bloody white sheet in the woods. Maximum Platypus 69 correctly pointed out that the vast majority of Max's abuse survivor audience interpreted this as Casey either being deceased or taking her own life following the unlisted video's release. Max would respond later in a Q&A, and it was really awkward.
Is there an update on Casey? Can you talk about how you got into the account or how you found it?
Fake deep voice, Leon, can I have a crumb of your... No, you can't.
No, you can't. You cannot have a bite of my...
You can't have a crumb. What the fuck? Who the fuck asks for a crumb of a fuck... Oh, this is going in the storm. You cannot ask... No, you cannot have a crumb of my fucking sandwich. You fucking unwanted.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
I can't talk too much about KC. I don't know what I can and can't say. I will tell you that, yes, she's okay. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, thank God. I didn't even know that. Holy shit. That's something I wanted to actually jump in VC with you about at some point.
Yes, but...
Thank God.
Let's not talk about it. There's a lot I want to say about it, but I can't talk about it.
Yeah, we'll respect her privacy, too. We'll respect the secrets for now. Thank you, Max, for that very relieving update.
So apparently, Casey is alive, but many have pointed out that aside from Max's spoken word testimony, if you will, there is no concrete proof that Casey ever existed. Like, at all. Like, at the time of Max's upload, Casey's accounts were deleted. Look, it's one thing to recreate a piece of media to tell a full story of what really happened, and it's another to create an entire human being and plop them down in an active Predator investigation because you're a filmmaker.
And that hurts the credit. That's another thing. This motherfucker wanted to do YouTube so that he could introduce his way into film, which, bold strategy, making up shit, and apparently, assumingly, making up stories about motherfuckers being victims and being dead and being raped. You know what I'm saying? Not even time. No, you cannot have any of my fucking say. Wow, I'm not reading that in deep voice.
But what was the cost? Everything. A teenage girl, known only as the moniker KC157434, takes her own life after being groomed and raped by a man she met on the platform.
Is this girl Casey even a real person? He claims in his video that he found her no subscriber YouTube channel through a reverse image search using her profile picture on the game IMVU, where he then...
What are the drastic chances that this motherfucker just made a YouTube channel, called it Casey, put the fucking Naruto image there? It was just like,
oh, I found it via reverse image search.
Like, that's me doing the speculation terribly, and I don't even put too much stock in that. That would be drastically funny, and if I kept playing this and that was actually the case, I would actually break my own ankle.
Hacked this girl's YouTube channel and found an unlisted video called "This is where you raped and killed me," which is a video that shows assumingly Casey filming the site of her rape and has bloody sheets and a pillow in the middle of the woods. So if the narratives are fake, you not only lied about her death, but also that she was raped too, and made up this whole Batman ARG fake story that you had hackers behind the scenes get into her YouTube channel and find this secret encrypted unlisted video that she uploaded days before, like, herself. This is nuts.
Take a look at the post. I'll link it down below. While I will say the OP's evidence is fairly compelling, much like the other 3 allegations I have just levied, there is unfortunately no concrete proof that Max is lying or faking anything. But what if there was? What if this entire segment was just backstory for the biggest nuke that I've ever dropped in my 5 years on YouTube? Oh wait, I forgot. Leaked call.
Oh no.
Are you dipping too, Max?
I'm down to keep talking to you if you have more questions.
Don't be fooled now, you haven't seen anything yet. In fact, any of the 3 upcoming reveals in isolation would be career-ending for really any YouTuber in Max's field. I also think what you're about to see will be fairly shocking to his audience of sexual abuse survivors that he's farmed for cash month after month on Patreon. For that reason, alongside transparency, I will allow the next 8 excruciating minutes to play unimpeded, and I will only rejoin you after Max Striker's reputation has been thoroughly eviscerated. At the 1 minute mark, your mind will be blown. At the 5 minute mark, you'll be thinking it can't possibly get any worse, and around 2.5 minutes later, you'll realize it can, and it is. Enjoy. So recently, people have been saying that your investigations kind of skew the line between fact and fiction because they're finding things that you've created as context for the video. I think people are pointing to the Discord server that you were an admin of when you were showing it. The lawsuit that you changed the name or whatever. How much of what you do is kayfabe and how much of it is legitimately, like, live? This is the investigation. Here it is.
So the investigations themselves are real, but obviously the films have fictional elements. There's multiple reasons, like, for example, the admin thing on the Discord server, I had to recreate it. Yeah. That was a recreation because I didn't have the originals. The IMVU thing, I wasn't... I don't know why people are saying like, it's a film. Like, I am presenting it as if it were to be real, but I didn't think people would take it as that. Like,
Play that again. Can I get a playback?
IMVU thing, I wasn't... I don't know why people are saying like, it's a film. Like, I am presenting it as if it were to be real, but I didn't think people would take it as that. Like,
Hold on. you understand how ass backwards this is? And do you realize that because of this, all form of credibility is shot? This motherfucker is a film student, and he has somehow morphed his way into believing that he's helping people by turning their stories into YouTube videos. The problem being is that his fans are bringing him to real victims. And real victims are seeking his help. But oh man. You just gotta love shit like this. You gotta love shit like this because it highlights so much. It highlights the God complex that some YouTubers get. It highlights that inferiority complex. It highlights imposter syndrome. And it highlights why every fucking person on the internet needs to be humbled. And I mean actually humbled. Because this shit is ass backwards. I am so glad that before I really dedicated time to being known for being the doctor, professor, philanthropist, gynecologist, etc., that I got humbled in life a lot. That's why I don't take this shit for granted. That's why I'm thankful for all this shit. Because life humbled me way before this. And it's like, I feel like motherfuckers just need to be humbled. And right now, Max, Mama is getting humbled. And I would still love to speak to Max, Mama to get his side of all this, even though it looks as if we about to, and it's gonna go fucking horribly.
Files. You don't think that people are gonna think your videos are real?
So that's the thing. So I want everyone, when you watch my video, to assume everything is fake, except like when I show a people's face and what they're doing. Like, because obviously that's all.
Oh shit! Oh, sorry. I know I said unimpeded. My bad. Won't happen again.
So I want everyone, when you watch my video, to assume everything is fake, except like when I show a pedo's face and what they're doing. Like, because obviously that's all real. And that's why we include like Mega Drive links to show like this is the full evidence. This is all real. Everything else should be considered fake, whether it's real or not. Like if I'm sending viruses to a pedo, whether that's fake or real, that's on purpose, because I don't want people to know if I'm actually sending viruses to pedos, because that's implicating myself.
I'm pretty sure I was supposed to be paying attention for like QR codes, but I have not seen one.
Okay. So I guess the next logical question from there is just asking, because now it's come up saying like, well, you've never been to court. What have you done? What is the most substantial outcome of a predator hunt that you've done? What is the final nail in the coffin? Like if you had to go tell somebody, oh,
can I just say I'm fully invested in this MamaMax shit now.
What do you do? What does Max Striker do? What's your proudest moment?
Honestly, the hunting pedos isn't my proudest aspect. The thing I'm proud of is inspiring those who are CSA survivors to fight back. That is my goal.
Have you ever gotten someone arrested?
If I have, then I don't know it.
You went on my podcast to tell me that you've got someone arrested and it was because of your video, just to be clear. Would you like to re-answer that question?
I've been emailed stuff like, hey, you got this guy arrested, congratulations.
You went on and you said, this guy was arrested, it was because of me, it was because of my video. And you told me that 2 years ago.
It's kind of egotistical of me to say.
Damn, I vaguely remember watching MamaMax videos, didn't know he was a faker. Hey, I'm someone who didn't know of this guy until he did that pick a side shit, and I didn't pay attention into anything regarding his life until this week. So imagine my shock at seeing YouTuber phony. You know? Y'all remember that fucking Family Guy episode where the guy comes up to Peter after he finds out he's not really playing the piano, and he's like, "You're a fat phony." MamaMax is a failure predator hunter phony. A big, probably slim, based on how I look at him, phony. A big, slim phony.
That was my video that did it. I don't know that for sure.
But then you said recently that he fled to the Philippines. So was Sonny ever arrested? Pablo Sonny? Did that ever even happen?
Hey, you remember like when we first started the stream and that MamaMax fan or defender was like really wanting to go into people's chats and call them transphobes and report their videos and shit like that? Can that person step to the floor now? Like at any time? Like, please? Can you step up to the plate now?
Yes, he did.
I would love a defense for any of this, please.
All we know is that his last location we picked him up from was Mexico. Whether he fled to the Philippines or not, we don't know. We just know he has family there, and that's the most likely destination they would go to, just because.
But he was so he was arrested. That was.
Pablo Sonny? I have no. I don't think so. I think he got away.
Dude, what the?
You think?
Yeah, if he was arrested, I have no idea.
Why did you tell me he was arrested? You said Pablo Sonny was arrested in my video. Did it? Why did you lie to me on my show?
Oh no.
Do you have a clip of that?
Yes, it's in something I've been currently editing.
Yeah, send it to me.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I think there's even a video on YouTube. Actually, can you just jump in the screen share? I'll just pull it over because somebody archived it.
I guess I can hear stuff, but I can't see anything.
That's all you need because the visual is a drawing. This is the 2 clips, contrasting clips of Pablo Sonny.
What is your primary goal? Is that then? There's no. What's your other?
Well, I guess the question is like the next getting at is like, okay, so you want to enact this change. What do you hope is the eventual result of your video?
Okay.
Of all this.
So I know there's people out there saying I'm doing it to self-serve. I just want my video back up. I don't give a shit if my video comes back up. It did what it needed to do. The rapist that was in the video is currently in police custody. And
was that as a result of your video, or was that prior to the video?
Yes, it was because of the video. The video was about IMVU and this one predator. I made it about him and him alone.
IMVU is a game, right? You played the game and you exposed this guy.
Yes.
Do you mind walking me through the chain of events that led from your video to him being imprisoned?
Yeah, so I dropped the video. The end of the video is a call to action. Usually all my videos are a call to action, like find him. And
what a great fucking pathetic call to action. Like, what a fucking call to action. And again, can like I would really, and I mean really, like I know I meme and I bullshit you all on occasion, but I would really love to speak to MamaMax or anybody in his camp. But I just feel like I'd be just like everybody else, hearing this information and then saying, what the fuck are you doing with your time?
And we did.
So in this case, find him meant like you didn't know who he was. You wanted his doc so he could go to jail.
All we had was his face and his voice.
Right.
And out of that, I said find him, and then within 24 hours, we found him. And then I started social engineering all of his friends to give me his information, and they did. And then we pegged him. He fled to Mexico. We found where he was in Mexico.
Wow.
I don't know if the police. He was from Canada, so I don't know if the police asked him to come back.
That's all terrible people are.
I don't know if the police asked him to come back, or he went on his own volition, or they forced him to come back. I don't know any of those details. I just know he went back to Canada and was in police custody for a certain amount of time.
So you lied.
So that was what I was told through Instagram posts when I was in contact with his friends.
Instagram posts?
You didn't remember that until I showed you the clip? You didn't remember that like this is your biggest crown achievement that you got a pedophile arrested?
I didn't remember the details, no. I just remember he fled to Mexico. The police custody shit. That was only shit I was told. I couldn't verify any of that.
So you just got on stream and told everybody it was me. I did it. MamaMax, #1.
Yeah, that's not cool. You can let people know I think that.
Thank you. So that was one of the major points of contention. Last question. This is an ethical question, one of my favorite types of questions. In your previous investigations, what have you done to ensure that the evidence you're passing over to police is sufficient to get, prosecution? And what precautions do you take to make sure it's usable in a court of law?
So
he should be a politician. That could work. That kind of, that line's in correlation with damn near everybody in that line of work. They kind of have that ability, you know what I'm saying, to lie arguably professionally, but I wouldn't argue it. I don't think they can lie professionally. I think they lie quite stupidly. Did y'all see Vivek running around saying, "Oh, I want to kiss Trump's ass now"?
Wayne,
have fun for November, buddy.
I mean, we literally had him in a voice call. Like it's like the Mega Drive. Like it's literally us saying we're 14 years old. He's saying, "Yeah, I want to see your pussy. I want to see I want you to ride me," and shit like that, to what he thinks is a 14-year-old, and we verified that by telling him, like, I don't know, I'm young, I don't know, I'm only 14. I think that should be sufficient to put him in prison, but the law says otherwise, I suppose, because as far as I know, he hasn't been imprisoned, and people have been I received an email that someone was going to talk to the deputy about why he hasn't been arrested, and I'm also actually going to start interviewing police local to me as to why pedophiles don't get arrested, because I know they all want to arrest them, it's just the law binds them.
So you've never actually gotten a pedophile arrested?
Not to my knowledge.
So your content is just making fun of
Oh, no.
I suppose, like I said,
No. Oh, nah. I just bought this keyboard. I'm going to break it. Because, bro, You're a colossal waste of fucking time. But Leon America was never racist, but the female experienced racism. Yeah. W's in chat for racism that doesn't exist unless you're the one who gets to say it exists or doesn't exist. W's in chat. W, end of racism, end all the times, all that. W, racism's over, boys. We ended it the dumbest way possible.
Biggest goal is to inspire survivors to fight back. And if I can do that, then I feel like I've done an adequate job.
So as it turns out, it was never a question of conviction. No wonder Max has never been to court before. In his 5 years of playing dress-up predator hunter, Max was never even able to secure so much as an arrest. As it turns out, all you need to be a distinguished predator hunter on YouTube is to farm invisible evidence by pretending you're a minor and sexting those predators. In fact, let the record show, we can count at least one time Max has sent pictures of his own ass to perverts online so they can record themselves beating off to it. But we can't count at least one time Max has investigated a predator that has led to an arrest.
I could not get his name, his personal social media, and above all else, I could not get his face, at least until I sent him a picture of my ass. Oh!
This is... Okay, like, before this, you might look at this and say, oh, what a great strategy? Question mark? Maybe? But with the context we've gotten over these past, like, 50 minutes, I'm thinking, wow. Also...
Cheers, my dude. Love ya. No homo.
Yes, that is my actual ass. So why don't you go to Patreon and support me sending my ass to pedophiles?
Why don't you go to Patreon and support me sending my ass? Oh, no, bruh.
Their pitiful little lives after my ass makes them horny enough to send me a picture of their face that I then publish to all of you.
Somebody get this guy's Patreon. We need to fund this operation more. So just to clarify, the vast majority of Max's content is fake. He's flabbergasted that you stupid viewers thought it was real. He's also lied about getting arrested to try to bolster his credibility in the past, and he can't even keep his story straight now. Finally, when asked what he does to make sure his investigations are ethical and could lead to prosecution, Max more or less confirms that he's a content vigilante with no ethical framework for serious stories. I hope now it's become evident why he responds so dramatically to the slightest criticism. Max is a liar. Max is a con artist. And now everyone knows it.
Is there a single person that MamaMax can point to that he can claim conclusively was arrested as a result of one of his investigations or reports?
Have you ever gotten someone arrested?
If I have, then I don't know.
If you actually watched his other videos, like the one on IMVU, he tried to do the exact same thing.
Because it's a scam! Because it's a scam!
Tommy, did you know that,
I like this Tommy guy. This Tommy guy knows what's up. He knows the way of the world. Praise be to the white man with the very large nose.
that he claims he got one person in jail, but he won't reveal their identity?
Yes, because it's a scam.
The IMVU thing, I wasn't, I don't know why people are saying like it's a film. Like I am presenting it as if it were to be real, but I didn't think people would take it as that. Like, so I want everyone, when you watch my video, to assume everything is fake, except like when I show a pedo's face and what they're doing.
What bothers me is your answer right there. You've been doing this for 5 years and you don't know how the process goes? How many people have you actually caught?
I've never been caught.
Oh, well then shit, that makes sense then. There you go, folks.
I'm glad
you're a vigilante for views only. You're a vigilante for views only.
So you've never actually gotten a pedophile arrested?
Not to my knowledge.
So your content is just making fun of pedophiles online?
I suppose, like I said, my biggest goal is to inspire survivors.
It did what it needed to do. The rapist that was in the video is currently in police custody. And
was that as a result of your video, or was that prior to the video?
Yes, it was because of the video.
You went on and you said, this guy was arrested, it was because of me, it was because of my video.
It's kind of egotistical of me to say that it was my video that did it. I don't know.
But then you said recently that he fled to the Philippines. So was Sonny ever arrested? Pablo Sonny? That ever even happened?
Pablo Sonny? I have no idea. I don't think so. I think he got away.
I'm using you to deflect criticism. I am still getting criticism.
Bro.
How are they shielding? They're not shielding me from anything. I'm still getting criticism.
People have been playing that card for so long. I use survivors to shield from criticism. I've never shielded myself from, I almost always just get criticism. Well, I'm asking why you did not directly contact me, but contact us only in public streams.
Was that? Oh, I guess somebody donated to me.
Spencer got caught up with this whole situation. I have texted you.
What it felt like seeing him on streams.
You went on with...
Hold on, can you put Max on for a second?
I'm right here.
That was snaky as dude. Oh, I'm coming after you, Magnitar. Stand back. Spencer, can you tell him what you felt? You are literally just a little snake hiding behind her, dude. That's disgusting.
Can you listen to me?
The majority of MamaMax's die-hard audience are sexual abuse survivors, and he's currently taking advantage of them. It's the perfect grift, really. Why would you criticize a guy who's going after predators? Why would you put in work to do it right? That doesn't pay well. Just blame the police. I mean, people already hate the police, right?
I don't want to wait for the bureaucracy of law enforcement.
Yes, those dirty cops. We already know how they
Treat the black people.
Enforcement to take their time when it's already been 7 years with multiple reports. Like, that's ridiculous, and that's also why we're taking them to court as well, because this is absurd.
Keemstar.
I would absolutely love for this motherfucker to take the police to court.
Remember when you were making out with your first girlfriend and you came right as she touched your leg? It was me. I jerked you off at super speed so it seemed like you nutted at just a woman's touch.
I'm sorry? Is he the one behind that fucking meme? I will greatly hate that meme from now on if that's the case.
There's one more topic on the docket that we need to discuss. I mentioned earlier that Max's exes and former friends have come together to accuse him of abuse. This is not something I feel equipped to discuss at this moment in time, and that would be for a separate video by a separate creator. What I can talk about is the allegation that Max levied against the video's creator, Magnitar, before his real name became known as Anthony Field.
Anthony Field, Haley's boyfriend, Magnitar on YouTube, the one who published this video on me.
Anthony has essentially had his life ruined by MamaMax. The call-out led to his job getting bombarded, and the emails received were disgusting. It's one thing to be falsely accused by some loser online, like I'm Alex, and it's another thing for a respected predator hunter to make claims he is completely unable to prove against you. The allegations levied by Max are completely unsubstantiated by his own admission. The only people who claim to have seen the unobtainable proof of this interaction occurring is an undisclosed girl and Max's own sister. Max has every reason to slander this person, as they are the vessel of the allegations being made against him. Ignoring Max's previously unknown history of lies, I'm still going to need to see more proof than my sister's friend told me this occurred. The reality is, Max's credibility alone carried this allegation.
Now, it turns out that the guy who orchestrated the video
might be a right?
Might be sent out,
Where does it end? Where does the cycle end?
like,
and
actually,
apparently, was this a White House interning with Obama or something? Like, there was this whole weird arc in there.
Yeah, because me and my girlfriend were like, we know Max, so it's like, we just want to know this whole thing. And you got to imagine, like, if you're the guy running these things and you have a possible history.
I mean, to be honest, looking at it from his perspective, Max is this guy who obviously has a chip on his shoulder and hates this dude, right? And he's making videos about catching. He's just scared. Then one of the videos will be about him. So he's trying to discredit Max first.
Imagine that. The projection. It's almost. Oh my god. That's.
Is that Leon Lush? Another great white man. See, when y'all call me a white supremacist, I now know why. It's because they're these beautiful white men. Look at them, strapping, young, strong.
At best, it made people like myself second guess looking into these allegations those 5 girls made and Anthony published. At worst, people like Mutahar and his co-host took Max's words, insinuated they could be valid off of no substantial evidence, and echoed them, effectively shutting down the story and further harming Anthony's reputation. I would like to personally apologize to Anthony for not looking further into Max back then. Maybe we could have salvaged this situation, and maybe we could have saved the current 8 girls a lot of trouble. I am, however, proud that we could get Magnitar and Mutahar together, just to hash out their differences. It is worth noting that Camden Gerard Davis' alleged abuse victim Spencer, who's also Max's roommate and friend, who's also friends with Max's sister, who's also friends with Anthony's alleged victim, claims that Anthony dressed up like a student after graduating to eat lunch at school with freshman girls. Oh, and because this is MamaMax, of course there's no evidence of that either. The dude apparently dressed up in a school uniform, snuck in multiple times, and not a single person snapped a picture of him. Nice.
So this is what I'm saying. There's multiple things against Anthony Field. For me, I feel comfortable saying he is a I don't feel he could do anything to me legally for saying that, because if he were to, the girl who made the testimony would come forward and testify.
So she has his dick pic and has timestamps of when it was sent. That's real, that exists?
He does not have his dick pic.
So what does she have that she could come forward with?
Just her memory. But
wait, so you don't think that you could legally be held liable?
That's not how that works. Da-doom-doom.
Liable for the statements you're making if he were to sue you because you have someone who can come forward and tell you it happened?
Well, I am just documenting what she said.
No, you are calling him a pedophile.
Correct. And to be able to successfully sue me for defamation, he would have to prove that I am lying, which I am not, because the girl is real and she sent me those DMs.
Now the serious stuff is that
I have a question. Let's say I was raped and one of you was a big-time YouTuber. And I give you no evidence, I give you no pictures, I give you no timestamps, but I give you my memory. I give you my very, 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 very strong memory. Do you think in a court case that is going to hold the fuck up? I, for one, don't think so. I think it would make shit hilariously worse. And that is the opinion of the outsider looking in and wondering to himself, what in the fuck are any of these people doing? Do we now see why I've been saying for like 3 days now that YouTubers that do this shit should be banned? Like, have I illustrated? I don't even have to illustrate my point. We've gone through this journey together.
Out of the way, does anyone remember the time that MamaMax tried to shill his beats to Anthony Fantano? Well, as it turns out, MamaMax made an entire song about how he wants pedophiles to perform oral sex on him. Initially, this segment was just going to be cut from my video, but then I got an idea.
Hey buddy, did you hear the news? It's track review.
Oh no.
Hey, hi, and hello everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. The man, the myth, the rage legend, as everyone knows, he has a brand new LP coming out just around the corner. He is being a bit mysterious about its drop per usual, but we know it's close because he's putting out new indie ace.
Free from even now, I don't know how such evil sins can be allowed.
The poll is out. How do you feel about the track? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let it be known in the poll. It's a little washed out, so it's difficult to say what exactly it is or how many pieces it's made of. All I know is with the beat, it makes for a pretty hypnotic combination.
Sorry, one more interjection. I had to look this up because I remembered it and I couldn't believe this was true, but Max actually reached out to me to ask if I wanted to be put in a group chat because he was dropping something that was going to make waves in the community, and it was fucking this. It was literally this song. Like, this diss track on Pios was going to blow the airwaves wide open. I'm done.
It's at this point one of the more weird and
if it hasn't already been established, this fucker MamaMax is nothing but a clout whore. And he's getting his fix and he's bending his ass to arguably one of the worst things you would want to be a clout whore for: actual victim sexual assault. Because now you've put yourself in the battlefield of being credible 100% of the time and being someone people can trust and rely on. The quintessential fucking problem is that you heard it in this stream. Motherfucker was very pressed when people who are outside looking into his case, the same people he wants to talk about it, he gets mad when they are asking him to do his job.
And eyebrow-raising lines pop out on the entire track.
Oh no!
Anthony Fantano, MamaMax, forever.
In conclusion, this video proves that Max Striker is a complete and total fraud. His persona MamaMax is a freak who does not help children prosecute their abusers. He hunts predators online as a soldier of fortune. He lies about his accomplishments to bolster his credibility. He manipulates his audience of abuse survivors by not disclosing large portions of his content are completely fake, and he uses credibility he never deserved in the first place to silence and ruin other people's lives. Just look at how he treated Tommy C. The man was Max's first real persistent critic, and during the videos he was supposedly hunting predators, Max took time out of his day to create a QR code campaign about Tommy and talk about sexual—
All I'm taking from this stream is that you're in support of PDF files. Well, first of all, you saying PDF files means you're in support of pedophiles. So I don't know why you I don't know. I guess I do know why you motherfuckers do that. It's because you're afraid of YouTube. Fine. But Jesus Christ, we're grown here. I don't support pedophiles. I would rather put my time towards actually helping victims and not whatever that was. I know it's bait, but you know, somebody out there is just quietly watching and they're just stewing at what's being shown and what's being said by me. So, you know, I use the bait to speak about everything else because I know there's silent observers amongst us and they are very upset. They are the comrades of the Red Pagan, and the Red Pagan shall strike at dawn for all, and all will be amazed.
Actually dominating him. The stuff on screen right now is completely psychotic, and even more so with the information we now know about how fraudulent Max's activities have been. I mean, look at the comments. Look at what people said to Tommy, just because he spoke up and questioned the current narrative. MamaMax does not deserve anyone's support. MamaMax does not deserve a second chance. This is not a community that can offer one. This is a malicious person who preys on his supporters. He is the predator to them. To the girls Max is helping fight against Camden Gerard Davis, you claim to have escaped one cult. Don't be foolish now and fall into another. And MamaMax, this part is me, speaking directly to you. I know you, Max. I know how you operate. My friends and I know what you're about to say, so we have to spell it out for you. Yo, John Swan, drop the bass.
Though we are different, we are all the same. Because above all else, there's one thing that holds us together. We don't like P-words!
Camden Gerard Davis is a child predator that has molested hundreds of children under the pretense of a vampire werewolf cult. It's absolutely crucial that we spread awareness of it.
Camden Gerard Davis's time is up. He's about to be exposed.
Camden Gerard Davis, you're going to jail.
there is a pedophile pretending to be a vampire. So if you come across Cameron Gerard Davis, be sure to contact MamaMax immediately in order to get this guy arrested for charity fraud.
What's that, Camden? What? Who are you? Someone in my chat was just talking about you. Think of it a crime.
We are real.
Hey Camden, Jared Davis.
Was this the shit that he was trying to get people to make videos on?
Should I say, don't feel depressed just because you're a vampire werewolf and people are saying mean to you. The Leviathan will come for your enemies. Getting paid.
Camden Gerard Davis is a stupid name and he gets no fucking bitches, you vampire piece of shit!
We are real, Camden Gerard Davis, whatever you may or may not have done.
This is kind of horse shit.
I'm not really sure.
Camden Gerard Davis. Those teeth are fake. They make you look stupid. And there's no such thing as black vampire.
Cameron Gerard the Completionist. Where's the charity money? The Leviathans are coming for you.
How's it going, everyone? Here in my garage. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Cameron Pro Jared the Completionist. Shout out to you, my dude.
The time for action is now. MamaMax needs our help. Camden Gerard Davis. MamaMax needs our help. Well, hello, Camden.
Oh no, not Foodie Booty. Not fucking Foodie
Gerard
Booty.
Davis. So I've been told to roast you because you wear werewolf teeth, and I guess you think that's cool. And I've been told to tell you to stop making friends in Texas. I'm sure you would like to be on this beach with your werewolf teeth.
Cameron Gerard Davis, more like Cameron Gerard Gavis, am I right? Because that dude is cringe as fuck.
Cameron Gerard Davis, the Leviathan, is coming for you. Whatever happens. I wasn't giving much context.
As a member of the Chinese Communist Party, Camden Gerard Davis, we are coming for you.
Honestly, I have no fucking clue who Camden Gerard is, but I just have to be included.
Camden Gerard Davis. I am standing on your plot of land purchased from established titles, and I will be notifying MamaMax when you arrive.
Beware, ladies and gentlemen, hiding in your local inner cities could be Camden Gerard Davis, who's not only a vampire pedophile, but a vampire werewolf hybrid pedophile. Not many people know that fact about him.
We'll see you, probably never again.
We are.
Hey, what's going on, guys? While I was editing my video, I found out that Max tried to beat us out and post a really...
Bro, who are these people? I don't. There are various amounts of YouTubers, and they're all just participating in the meme.
poorly edited video where he claims to be taking accountability. Shockingly, not much accountability was taken. The video was panned. He tried to launch a GoFundMe that was canceled by the time I woke up this morning. I think the only people who donated were a $5 donation that was anonymous and then Max himself. It's pretty clear he just tried to get out ahead of what was inevitably coming because there's not really much you can do to salvage the situation. And I mean, in the future, if I make a part 2, I'll definitely go over it. But for now, I'm just going to leave you with the hemorrhaging subscribers he's losing on his main channel after posting it, and this absolutely hilarious ending that had to be scripted. I simply don't believe this happened naturally.
This was horseshit. We went over this yesterday. He made himself out to be the victim here, when his whole gimmick is helping victims.
Oh, and just a reminder, for people who think that you're not important, you've caught just as many predators as Max Striker.
We did it. What is
All right,
this?
dude, that's it. The video's over. We're a pinball channel now. We're a pinball channel. We make pinball videos.
Oh my.
We're a pinball channel.
I forgot this motherfucker like does pinball shit, doesn't he?
Hey guys, I missed everybody. Hello to all the new people too. I don't know if this video will get 1,000 views or 100,000 views, but either way, Muda will get the word out too. It was cool to work on something like this with you, buddy, and I'd like to now direct everyone to his coverage. That should launch simultaneously with my video. Also, while I'd like to make this all about me, guys like Tommy C kept this discussion brewing for 2 years, and despite being—
What have you done to stop pedophiles? Maybe you should get a job in a life. Well, I have both of those, and you know, haven't done anything. I also don't make videos where I'm blatantly lying.
bombed by Max's fanatics, he just did not stand down. Shred Logic has been a great friend to me in the last year or so, and he's pushed me to make the content that I'm making now. I probably wouldn't be back without him keeping me entertained all this time. Check out his channel because he's been cranking out content on Max for weeks, and it's really good. Queenman now recording lyrics, FPS Diesel, Turkey Tom, Xylee, everybody else who's either covered this already or dropping soon will be down below in the description. Also, I plagiarized Carl Jobs' music, and I'm not sorry. Okay, I got one call out. Augie RFC, I'm back on YouTube.
What's stopping you from doing something like this, you lazy motherfucker?
Hey guys, remember to like the video
Well, oh, that's the fucking tipster AI. Fuck it, I want to hear the tipster AI.
and stuff. Share it to friends too, even. Remember, guys, harassment is bad. We don't condone it. Oh, by the way, playtime is over. Mommy Keffels wants to see you wiggle.
Oh god, okay. Oh, well, fuck. Thanks for the donation, Mags, as I'm just now seeing this notification fly across my screen. Well appreciated. Well dignified, you know? Well appreciated, well dignified. We great video, I shall say. I did not bother to look for the hidden QR codes. I was really just interested in the fucking ordeal around this. Is tipster still relevant? To you and I? No. To other people? Maybe. Like, to me, no, not at all. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would I would say that we're done here. I truly would. But we're not. And no, that is not code for we're going to be watching Mudahar's video. We'll save that for another day or tomorrow, depending on someone else telling me about it and how that operates. But we're not done. Because as today was going on, and as a lot of shit was actually developing, I got some news about some really old shit. And when I say really old shit, it will probably only be remembered by me until I put it on the screen. Because in my heart, no one really paid too much attention. Nobody except like us paid too much attention to this. So, if you'll allow me, as a representative of the Midnight Society, just to have this, and to have this be a thing after a number of months is quite enjoyable, at least to me. It's quite enjoyable, at least to me. And yes, I will dedicate my time to reading this, but it won't be right now. I appreciate everybody for coming and enjoying themselves and having a good time and having fun. And it's great. It's great. Lil Jermel, I appreciate you trolling. You did a wonderful job. I almost bought into it just a little bit. Mwah. You did good, but you didn't do that good. I will see you all in the next stream, probably tomorrow. Goodbye.